Alright, I just lied down on the bed, read out Doujin. Now, I would not be claiming any of this stuff was exceptional by no means. I would just not, right? But I certainly was able to get off quite well on there. I had to kind of like subdue my ego and just accept the Doujin with two smoking hot women with a giant pair of tits. How else do you think it will go? I just feel like in either case, like when there is something like that, right, it's better than none of that at all. It would be absolutely like stupid kind of like stalemate scenario. Just it's like absolutely nothing, right? Every time there is like something like something over Doujin, like with like smoking hot woman or like a girl, right, or something like that. This is how it's supposed to be. More or less, right? I personally like just cute girl, right? But it doesn't seem to fit too well with what the creator of the fictional narrative trying to like sell to someone. Sorry, this 3 marks on my hand. I didn't bring it up or discuss, right? It's a little bit like a bruise in here, like it's all like yellowish already. And it's from the dog, obviously, right? Who else do you think it would be from? Oh, there. It's not like I got into a fight and all. Just the cat just kind of ran out of the room, and I had to like stop a dog there for a little bit, for a second. Definitely not the one that likes being like held by the collar. Alright, so there was this Star Rails event, the Romas one. I also know the stupid ass village-esque music. Some pure Kingdom Come Deliverance, right? So all of aspects of the Star Rail game recently, with this addition of Ampharos, kind of provides for this folktale kind of feel to it, right? So there's this stupid Romas event. There is on top of like another 2 as well in this game. The Siren releases in 5-day proximity of, if I am not mistaken, right? And there's those like Miss Herta kind of new development for the story, it would seem as well. Let me remove just this thing I just noticed. It seems like Miss Herta development within the story or something like that, right? The siren is kind of coming up very shortly soon. So I was taking an excess amount of me naked after taking a detour in here, slight one. Honestly, most of the photographs turn out quite well. I would not even like claim that I look all that well, but you know, they certainly did. I think I can take like a quite decent photograph if I try my best. Yet again, to point out, I don't like have any like Apollon kind of a body, right? But certain angles can look quite decent. All I have to say. So I was just hoping that we can proceed with the story in here, not with reading of event or presenting this to anyone, but I'm stuck in this dialogue box, so I'm at the very least like obliged to get through this, right? And I'll be honest, there's like billion of other events in other games like I should be erasing, right? It's like Blue Archive or something like that. Arknight stages are open now as well. The EX1 should be, right? The motherfucking like I have to render out. I rendered out like how much, like 5 video again, like yesterday. There was a 16 to render out. 16. You think I have like any mood to be rendering out videos after I'm finished with an extremely tiring session of recording, barraging social media, recording? You think after those kind of things I have time in here to be sitting in front of computer like completely out of energy, right? Even if it takes like 2 clicks, right? Like open up rendering application, throw a folder in, like crank up like the size like megabyte per second towards like something more realistic, right? 6000 bitrate. And essentially click render out. It sounds simple, right? But you would not be doing that after super like tiring, like dedicating yourself to like, you know, be someone on social media and record like a video in here coherently. Not just some stupid ass video that nobody would care about. I'm in here to record an actual like footage reviewing the newest story and event development of each either of this game. Not just like fucking like a complete moron doofus just sit on a chair and be like, oh, this is so cool. No, I'm doing my best, and I don't think anyone is like that, truth be told, but I'm still trying to provide, like, you know, for the best outcome in here. I'm trying to provide an example that I'm not in here to be like, you know, a doofus, to be sitting like, you know, for no purpose like whatsoever. Alright, so I'm not going to lie, I would not be saying that I have too much excess of energy in here right now, but I think I can more or less sit straight in here like this, right, and do my thing. More or less, right? Let's see what the event says, does, whatnot. Hold on, Dromazilla. Don't move while I check you. So yeah, there was a name choosing in here for one of these Dromas, and one certainly was Dromazilla, just like Godzilla. I believe Hyacinth have pointed out that it sounds a little bit in excess terrifying. This young one's current physical condition, how should I say this, indicate significant potential for development. Oh, too many big words, my brain hurt. Ah, that's my little one. There is still a baby, there's time. No, I'm proud. I'm proud, Stella. You are strong, Dromas. I was not actually complimenting it, but let's not rush things. Probably just hatched too early. It's never too early to hatch, especially if you're a Stella Honkai Starl. Honestly, this little one is rather weak without special attention. It will never grow into a proper Dromas, or even get to enjoy its daily red soil meals. Unfortunately, I've got my hands full with work at the Twilight Courtyard, so Grey, would you be willing to look after her? There's something I need to know first. Of course, Grey, I'll tell you whatever I know. Why am I able to understand it? I'm wondering about it myself. Dromas can understand what we say, but they can't speak, or so everyone thinks. You must have some special connection with each other that allows this level of communication. What about its biological parent? About that, I need to have a word with you, Grey. I heard from the keeper that its parents served in the Dromas troop. During a rescue, they ran into the Black Tide and, well, they've joined Thanatos now. Better to wait until it's older before telling it about this. Just told it in front of him. How do I look after it properly? It's easy. I'll show you everything. And the workshop will cover all expenses and provide space. So don't overthink it, just visit occasionally, play with it, and you will be fine. I think I have enough information for now. So what do you say, Graham? Oh, I need to think about this. Alright, I'll raise this little one. Oh, raise me up! I knew I could count on you, Grey. Thank you, I'll help out whenever I can. Now your first job as a new parent is helping this... Yes, I didn't even sleep with her. What do you mean, like, parent? Alright, your first job as a new parent is helping this little one get stronger. It is far weaker than typical Dromas. We heard that one. As the story goes, Georios gave all Dromas three gifts: indestructible musculation, perceptive spiral acuity, and uniting Kari Splendor. These traits show how well a Dromas is growing. Musculation, spiral acuity, Kari Splendor. Kari is like charisma. It goes deeper than that. Dromas can speak, but they can get other beings to understand them. Some are even worshipped by people, so they can communicate with spirit. Spiracuity is the measure of how deeply their potential can be tapped. Despite their simple appearance, Dromas have incredible untapped potential. Muscle what now? Muscle constitution is a term from the Helcolitism. If that is confusing, just think strength. Naruhodo. Well, then I'm leaving Dromasilas in your hand, Grey. I'm raising this little one to become a super Dromas. Stick with me and you'll be living the good life. Oh, super drama! Haha, health comes first. We'll check back in 3 weeks to see how it's improving. So looks like a regular event yet again on this Honkai Star Rail's game. I've produced data for Dromazilas' current goals and physical condition. Make sure to raise its Carrier Splendor to rank E before the next evaluation date. Alright, Hyacinthia, I love it. Great, let's fill up this week's schedule with Dromazilas. Click on task to add it to your weekly plan. Internship class. Once everything's arranged, let's kick it off the new week. Right, as much as I want to perform this, that was a wholesome introduction to the event, I feel like. No need to say any less, right? Let's proceed with the story. There's like no time to waste in here. Talk to the guard and meet up with Dunhank 300 stellar whatever, like Jades. So I don't want to push on the story too much in either of this game, in either of case. I just feel like this Star Rail game is trending like crazy and... Oh, I love High Silence and her voice, honestly. I don't think all that many people know about the Star Rail game nor appreciate it all that much today, but I certainly think that it is worth an attempt and worth be seeing in here today. As such, if more people did in fact see this game being like, you know, mentioned, discussed, played and such forth, it would be of huge help to everyone. Everyone. Right, how much like polls do we have like exactly for Sarin? It says 95 in the top right corner. Have I invested in any on this? Oh wait, the events kind of run out in this game 1 day earlier than Banner does, right? So it's not a 5 day for Sarin, it's more like, you know, as it says in here on Dunhank, it's more like 6-7 day, right? His character like come out like a little bit like, more like, it says 6 days 6 hours, but it's going to be like, you know, whole 7, right? No, yes. So Sarin in about a week, I think, right? It is 29th date right now. It goes all the way to 31st, it says. And I think she comes out on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does it mean she comes out on the 4th or what? When does she comes out, like, exactly? I'm sorry, I don't want to be like wasting too much time on here on like figuring any of this stuff out, but I think it's irrelevant, right? I don't think anyone, literally anyone cares in here about this Star Rail game. Just pointing out, like, straight on, right? I don't think anyone gives a flying fuck about this game. I apologize for spilling the beans and truth in here, but this is all due to how world is. Not just for like, you know, a single wrong in there in this world, or like many of, right? Whether it's the like Elysia of Honkai Impact Turret or Sarin of Honkai Impact Star Rail, right? Oh, sorry, Honkai Star Rail. I really loved the previous version, the Cypher and Hyacinth one that I just cleared out. It was amazing, I loved it. But I don't think anyone does care. It's just realistic. Even the stupid Dunhank in here, look at him, he looks amazing. Despite being clearly like, you know, Downfire is a very drugged out storyline, and would you be willing to believe that stupid Dunhank became Chrysa's heir? I'm not sure. But he did. He is also available for free and apparently a super good combination of a tank and a buffer, right? Looks pretty sleek as well. If you did not tell me that this is the Dan Henk of the Honkai Star Rail, I would have thought that this is like the protagonist of Human Revolution or something like that, right? Adam Jensen, I think. So it would be for the better if we continued with the Genshin here, truth be told. Or Wuthering Waves, completely being honest in here. Because there's a lot of story to clear out in this Star Rail's game as well, right? I don't feel like rushing it. I love the game at my own pace in here. I don't feel like, pushing it all the way to the most recent development and be like, oh yeah, I have nothing else to address in here. It's like, it would just sound boring, right? But at the same time, we're kind of very far off from the current version. The siren is about to hit. I don't know if there is going to be like any story or not. I just assume that the Amphareus is getting completely entirely wrapped up with addition of Siren, right? Either way, like one way or another. Some versions in this game are kind of insane in terms of story development, but some versions are kind of more like grounded, right? So the best we can do in here is to assume like which one is insane and which one is grounded. So this is Farewell to Penacony, right? There it is, Farewell to Penacony. Farewell Penacony literally is called. This is Fuga version. We've got plentiful of Halloween siblings during it, all the way through the Amphareus. The heroic saga of Flame Chase. The first version of where we get to witness for the first time Finan meet us at this like night version of the Amphareus, right? Dawn Dusk or whatever it's called. I think, right? Dawn is the morning, dusk is the evening, right? Is the darker part of the evening, I believe. So this is the second version. I presume this is Medei and Trivi, right? I see Medei in there, right? Correct. I think this is the version where we reclaim the Castrum Kremnos, right? There we bathe with the Aglaia, Trivi and Hyacinth. I'm not going to lie, the way they inserted this stupid ass filler-ish fanservice element to this is kind of hilarious blatant, but at the same time it actually served quite well. Since we do not get to see like, I believe this is first time we get to see Hyacinth here as well, right? No, yes. I just get immediately a feeling that this Chrysa's hair, they, despite being on like mission of no return, kind of suicide mission to save this place, kind of, they're still like super good friends. I feel like this is such a good freaking touch to it. Gloria turned from inscribed poison, so this is the Trailblazers. Trailblazer line in here, and this is where we are at the Grove of Epiphany, I presume. As you can see, this is the first time we're meeting the Flame Reaver, the Flame Stealer, Anaxagoras in here getting imprisoned by Aglaia as being her like puppy. But she is dead by now, and he too. Everyone is. Literally everyone is. So this is, as you can see, Caster's oriented version, I would presume. It is the first time we get to see the Dawnbreak, or whatever it's called. I don't want any recaps, man. Motherfucker, like, it says me to click in here. When auto play is enabled, the next sequence will automatically play after. Oh my god. I agree. The one that we just were on was called Eye of Twilight, right? Which one is this one called? Down Cloud, right? No, yes. I think this is called Down Cloud. My phone, unfortunately, is going to run out very soon. I did not prepare too well for the occasion here. I'm not going to lie. So, Council of Elder kisses his hair, Flanch's journey, protection. Anaxa, under guidance of Terror, set out for the Titan Cliff to meet Kefli's mystic body on treacherous ascent. He once again brushed death, witnessing haunting memories. I freaking no clue have like what this is called exactly. So this is where Stella get a dialogue with Oronix, the Titan of Time. We never get to witness its true form, but it certainly speaks with us through some means. The element to this episode was super convenient and wholesome and story-like driven, right? The Stella essentially like super looks like protagonist in here. I love it. Just in general, I feel like Stella is kind of super good protagonist in here in this game. So Cassius at the top in there is like best narrator of this game, truth be told. I presume first time we get to see the Swish Swoosh Burglar in here. Ferryman, ferry me across the stream of souls. In 6 years, you and Cassius witness the tormented soul trapped between life and death. Cool. I agree. Scholar, let us meet again before the gates of truth. So Cassius hugs Stella. Wholesome. That is all that we need. The fall to Downs' race. Downshine at the end of world's end. So this is a little bit lengthy in terms of version, right? Just because we had to get to learn and witness an entirety of this Eye of Twilight in and out. Like we got into it, right? We got to the left side of it, we got to the right side of it. We did an entire flip back to the stupid podium. Then you fall from this podium down to the very bottom of the Eye of Twilight, to the Sea of Gold, right? Then you try to retrieve the Aglaea's core flame, or whatever it was, remnant of her, whatever, which unfortunately failed to do so. You make an entire like a spin out of that bottom part on legs, witnessing how everything crumbles apart to the platform back. You get to the top of the platform, you fight the Aquila again. Then you get teleported into another story segment in here, right? Into Cypher, I believe. Yeah. Only then you get kind of like teleported like back into this segment, with them pinpointing that Cypher saved Core Flame of the World Bearer Titan by means of stashing it inside of Zagreus, inside of Spirit Thief Bartolus, and you get to meet the Kyannis at her last leg, the end of the rebirth of the world as well, and that something is going very malfunctional. The first you get to witness the Siren as well. So finally Finan is alone, ventures to the Vortex Genesis to complete Era Nova. Is that the right call, Finan? Do you really want to finish the Era Nova? So yeah, you get to meet a little bit of hurt at the end of it as well, just like in the previous version too. Not this one, right? Is she in the first one? I think she is in the first one, in those like mirror kind of state, right? And in another one too. Stupid Herta is kind of everywhere. You'll have to see it. After Welt and Sunday interrupted the audience with Knowles, Herta took interesting Amphareus using the magic mirror to warp her data spirit entity into its entrance. Lugus soon appeared, invoking the threat of the Lord Ravager, warning Herta against treading further. Smartass. Righty. For the sun is set to die. Here honor that crimson call. The Flame River suddenly froze as if something unforeseen had transpired so yeah, they've been pointing out the Finan presented one-liner, I believe, that why exactly Flame River is supposed to be like opposing them if their goal is kind of similar, if it like looking forward to witness a rebirth of the world, right? Why would it be opposing Finan exactly in said goal? Which I feel like made a lot of sense, right? So, as if something unforeseen had transpired, as I pondered what might have happened, I spotted Melt's figure once more. So, I'm not going to lie, I have zero expectation going into this version, because the latest one was absolutely insane. It was not good. It was an amazing one. I have zero expectation to this because I'm not interested in Finance's character. I don't know how much of Cyrene we are going to get, when Elysia Aedis is going to happen. I don't know either of those. I just know it will be happening, right? Elysia Aedis, Corridor and High Silence addition to the story and the game development. How much charge on phone? In either case, I want for it like turn off like mid story. It says 8%. I don't know how much to trust in here, like for it to not turn off like in the midst of me doing things. I feel like it would be pretty stupid if it did, right? So the best I can do in here, I believe, is to put my phone somewhere in here, right next to the monitor. Unfortunately, this is the kind of angle that we are going to be getting in here, but at the same time I feel like I'm stupidly tired for the day as well. So maybe sitting in here like this is not the worst call either. I hope all you are fine with it. So let's continue. I'm just going to be like comfortably sitting in here and reading out story. I would like to sit straight in here, but I don't know. Maybe we can give it like a minute or so, like before it charges. I don't know. And I'm going to run out completely and entirely out of energy by then. So I'm not doing any of this. Do I even want to do a story in here? I feel like my phone kind of been out of batteries, kind of ruined everything here. Yuck. Nasty. If I'm going to have energy left by the time my camera charges back up somewhere like reasonable rate, maybe I'll do a little bit more story, but aside from it, I don't feel like this is about story in this point of life, living and whatnot. It is not. No, just everything there is. It usually does not take too long for phone to charge up, so saying we might continue with the story here if I get in fact opportunity to see it alone. If I do, good. If I don't, so be it. think every second in here is kind of more depressing by the second. Listen to this ambience music of Starials as well, where I'm at right now. In this stupid like Genesis menu, right? Trailway story, like timeline, right? It feels like almost like you hear like those like acoustic guitar in there as well, right? It motherfucking like, it sounds like something like a music you are dying or something like that. Your entire life is getting like recollected to you. What is it, like violin the entrance in there, like what is this? Mother Trucker, like I almost certainly like have heard something like a melody, a sound like that right in those like earlier games we've had in the past. If you are going to tell me that I'm going to be sitting in here by the current year and in the Starial games as in here, like just listening to this kind of like tune too, right? I would have never believed I would live to this point we're in at the moment right now at. Let alone like, you know, think of deeper conflicting nature of everything we have presented. Just Mother Trucker, just yes, just how do I like explain it just to anyone here that how do I just point out like what exactly the issue here is? Even a billion of people with the same language here would not like help for the cause. At all, in fact. Just my fucking head and whatnot. This is death of all that is living. This is what it sounds like. An absolute silence. Desolation. Cause of all malfunction. It's like you are going to be sitting here for eternity. That is what it's like. Sure, there's 33 percentage. Is this what I need? It must be, right? But I don't have like any energy now. Do I? Do I have any energy left to be performing canyon here? Like the hell I do? I don't. Unless it's not in a mood as well. I'm going to try to sit shading here, I think. Try to. think the angle is a little bit different from what we used to have. Who fucking cares, right? I think I can at the very least like sit a little bit straight. So as I'm saying, I wish I could be performing more like Genshin Impact story or something like that, right? But there's just in general like a crazy amount of stuff to catch up on in the style, and I feel like many of the people underappreciating the game for absolutely no other purpose than just stupidity or something like that. Right, Danko, stay please to us. I'm so not in a mood to be doing any of this, I guess. I don't want to feel like I'm forcing myself for either of those, right? Just in general, I'm going to say that this is a little bit washed out continuation of the story. I highly presume that there's nothing to be seeing in here, and just, you know... Yes, it's not that either I am or the game is washed out, right? Listen. It's not like I'm in here to be in like, you know, a marriage with the game. Or some of those, right? But think of it realistically, if you're in the position of not just someone like me, right? Just in general, like, all we are having free time in here and like wasting it on some absolute motherfucking dog crap. I'm sorry for swearing, but every single day by day, you all are wasting your time on some absolute dog crap. I would, at this case, would start rather believing that what I'm clearing out in here is an actual, like, you know, the most presentable and suitable story to be ever witnessed, because this is not just about either one, like all of you are, but it's not a bad call, like when you get to clear out all the stories when they're new. In fact, they present something interesting to you, right? Something new, like unique, like feel to, like, right? Like, wow, I'm clearing out the story in here. There's something absolutely brand new. Certain versions of this game actually present for this feel quite exceptionally well, right? Quite do, in fact. I feel like the previous version, the Cypher and Hyacinth one, in fact provided for that particular feel. Like, this is a story-driven, like, moment, segment, sequence. There is no way this is going to be, because we are so dragged out into this region, like, already, and I don't feel like getting on top of Genshin either, neither do I about Wooden Quizzes. It's just, I don't feel like clearing out either of these stories. What I do feel like is that there's a shitload of stuff that I need to be rendering out. I would rather be an idiot on social media or something like that in the current moment, present one as well, right? Go post my, like, nude photos or something like that, and in general, just I feel like the events and game modes that this game provides, they kind of provide for more feeling of, like, you know, realistic expectation to what I'm going to be doing out of this game, right? It's not like the story sucks, as I'm trying to explain, but neither does it get, like, stale and boring, right? But neither it is about, like, you know, many of the people kind of sharing experience, that and whatnot. It is not about that either. I just mostly feel like, you know, it may be about the amount of people that in fact interested in good in this world. Not about per se, like, you know, in particular how much people are just interested in Honkai Star and whatnot, right? Any of the gacha game out there, like, go play in either of gacha games, right? Like Genshin Impact, like Honkai Star, like, go pull, like, Miss Pink Elf, right? Why not? Sure thing. No matter what you are going to be saying, it's like how much people realistically take any interest in any of this game. Like, what do you expect a single individual to be doing in here day by day by day by day? Like, I'm going to be mother freaking waking up. Alrighty, guys, there's the Sunday character on Robin. Yay, they are a Halloween sibling. This is the beginning of the Penacony saga. Woohoo! We are exploring deepest end of the space. How fun! Mother tracker. It's just, guys, I have pointed at it quite a few times. Answer. I don't want to be like too monotone sounding in here, like washed out sounding either. I believe I'm just going to blown out, like discontinue like recording and not open up story when I'm in this kind of like washed out state, right? But what I'm trying to deliver is that no matter how much wonders does space, universe, etc., like no matter how much of those kind of terms the world may provide, right? There would be absolutely no point to explore either of those if we would not be as simple as freaking in a mood to, right? Motivated, in simple terms. Interested if there's in fact something to do after waking up, right? You would be living in a complete state of, stagnation if you did not possess those kind of feeling to like boost your like morale and affect your health in a better way. If you are not going to be happy, you are not going to be interested to adventure throughout the entirety of the universe, like witness every single thing and secret it may possess, right? And in comparison, it draws like super direct line in here with video games as well, right? Your life in general, just. Will you guys be interested to wake up and explore anything in here if you knew that there are just billions of people out there on this planet and but nobody cares about anything that is good? Nobody does. It's a billion of people and they're like, yeah guys, I need to like go create some drugs and sell on the street. Alright. Guys, have you heard about this like Western new game? I feel like dying purely in a mood right now, like this is the kind of mood I'm having. I think I'm clicking stop recording and just not recording for the time being. Not because I'm super tired or like I'm not in the mood for the story, but just in general, like, I'm not in a mood either, but it just feels super washed out. Like I don't feel like doing this when I'm not like, at the very least allow me to perform the story after I just woke up, right? I don't feel like doing this when I'm like in this kind of state in here right now, right? I believe I'm going to hear what this character have to say. Maybe come back to the Dromas event because that one felt actually fresh, super one in fact. Well, safe is close with us. We need to rendezvous with Lord and Henry. Oh, Lord and Henry. I'll do everything in our power to clear the path for you. I agree. Danko-sama!
早く行きましょう。
Hayako, we need to save him. Tankong.
どういうことだ。ファイノンは。
Oh, we're Spinen. We need to go then, Hank. It's a long story. Let's deal with that guy first.
ファイノン様と約束したのです。何があろうとお二人を無事に護送すると。
We're under Lord Finance orders to escort both you to safety, no matter the cost.
ここは私とホプリテスにお任せを。ゼフロス、お二人を連れて行ってください。
Zephyrus, take them and go.
待ってください、ニモスで。
Oh man, what the fuck?
国威の剣士。何か変な気が。
Something's weird about him.
先ほどから硬直して動かなくなったんだ。
At some point earlier, they suddenly froze in place, not moving,
まるで何かの前触れのように。
like some kind of omen. No time to waste, let's get out of here.
ああ、何が起きたのかはわからないが、今はここを離れるのが得策だ。
Alright, we don't know exactly what is happening, but retreating is the safest choice.
半身の誰かが奇跡を起こしてくれたのでしょうか。とにかくお二方。
I don't know which demigod graced us with this miracle, but please come with us. Alright, guys, we may continue the story instead.
大丈夫なのか。
Finance, he going to be
う
alright.
かつに近づくな。
Don't get too close.
あいつから溢れ出る黒い炎はかなり熱
The
い。
thing's black flames are extremely dangerous. Sorry, I interrupted the line. I don't know what he was saying, but I think he mentioned finance or something like that. So, escape from Amphireus. Wow, is our mission just straight up that? To escape from Amphireus? Is our protagonist team not going to feel like guilt about this? It just seemed to me as kind of like things start getting a little bit tricky in here. It's like Amphireus is getting destroyed. It freaking does. Oh, was I ever in this bad chamber right here? Oh, I think I was. Why is there this thing in here? The seals. Wait, is this where event is going? We're just in story mode? What is going on in here? This is so precious all around. I'm not going to lie. I'm about to die in terms of like emptiness on my stomach and weariness in here, but I'm sitting on the last leg, but I do my best, guys. I hope nobody minds in here, so. Hero of honor that Crimson Call escape from Amphireus. Marcus Braggart. Your record at Mayo's Zone. Record of the departed in the year 2137. Oh, that is about like if you just remove the one in there, it's like when World War started and Girls was fun. Of the light calendar, the holy city faced the calamity of the Black Tide and faded into the night. The stone chronicles the falling and recorded the sorrows of Okhima. Fallen soldiers, priests and scholars, Amphireus and Malonza, twin brothers who perished for the holy city. Fallen citizens, Antigone, daughter of Acacius, perished in a collapsed home. Theages, mother of three, perished embracing her youngest. Marcus, a withered man, this is the one we just spoke of, met his fate beyond Okhima. Missing persons, Hegestia, a humble soul missing others as 10 unidentified bodies featuring unrecognizable features. May the grace of Thanatos guide the soul to a new world. We shall meet again at the end of the West Wind. West Wind Epitaph. The woman Horace stands there silent. Maybe you missed your chance to speak to it earlier and the promise that came with it. I want to speak with Shelton. Oh well. Not this Damas, in the same spot, huh? How dare you? It's mine. Alright, listen, Damas. I'm not even playing games with you. Screw you.
いつかこれにも海底の匂いがつくのだろう。
いつか I say down. The altar of fortune has been reset. Can I actually teleport to the vortex of Genesis and see how much like currency I can get out of it? Oh, I think I can. So guys, I'm most likely not continue with the story here, just saying. I'm saying, I love with the story in here, I would not mind to continue, but I just feel like it is super not fresh. Alright, Nectar. I feel like it is super not fresh and this is the only reason I'm not continuing with any here. Right, bam. 33. 42. Bam. Plus 120. Reaching offering level 50, every 100 unit of Ambrosia offered will net you 1 instance of reward. Alright, so guys, as I'm trying to explain, I took a little like many of the photo of being naked on the bed. That was good. Aside from it, looks like the Dromas event will be lasting for another 4 days or so. I'm plenty for certain that we can continue with the story. So, per month Terra, then he can claim a limited 5-star character, 132 day left. Literally anyone would get it. 11,500 of Stellar Jade from the Dromas event. The Triad at the Love Challenge. And Colorful Mayhem. Looks like all of that is finished in fact. 95 pulls for the Serene sake. Maybe the best I can do in here is to just sit back, relax for the time being. I'm certain we will get on top of a story like in another time, right? In due another time. I'm hungry and sleepy as well too, and that just the best I can do in here is to sit back in here and do something, right? Darkness was there. And fight go on. There's a blue event, a blue archives event to catch up on or something like that too, but I don't know. I don't know about any of that. I'm so tired. I don't know how food even getting into my mouth. Comparing living 20 years like prior of this point and today is just something else, man.
Products received. Resources received.
リーダー、私の武器試してみる？
どこだよここ。何か美味しいものでも作ってみんなにリラックスしてもらうってのはどう？
This is freaking ridiculous. What this world is.
あら、シエスタアイスティに挑戦したいの？それともミノスミストの方かしら？
Resources received.
This is freaking ridiculous. Why am I ink?
おはようございます、ドクター。
Morning.
おすすめいただいた5本ですが、非常に読み応えがあって、徹夜で読んでしまいましたわ。
Wow, this Pozemka character speaks such a fluent Japanese despite being Russian. Holy shit. I took a lot of screenshots of, sorry, photograph of me being naked. Have I pointed out that already? I think I did, right? So there should be an X stage that's open on this. No? Oh, I should finish the story first, that is why it's not open. We won't forget the lessons we've learned. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Oh, this dumbass again. Not you again. I'm not reading any of this. The upheaval of faith and the departure of God has left deep scars upon Laterano. as its people struggle to discover new reasons to live the new ways of life. For the remnant of PCs, XCI makes the first wish of a new veteran. That's it, guys. XCI is the best child. I think story was good. I don't like. Am I checking it out? I can honestly, but usually story starts in this Arkansas game past this like 4th stage, right? The 5th is where the story starts spanning out somewhere. I'm not in a mood for this right now. I highly doubt I ever will be, right? I feel like if I'm not going to get on story in here, I'm not never going to be, right? The Comfy Arkansas music, I love it. The song is such a soothing one, like I'm being completely honest in here. I feel like if I was sitting here at the end of the world scenario, an actual fireballs were blasting from the sky, and I was listening to this music, I would be absolutely peaceful. I would know that I am at home. Dun, 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 dun. You know what even worse would be? Not just fireballs like soar from the sky. That's regular. We're seeing it every single day, right? Just realizing how your life pointless was and terrible. I feel that would be like case for the worst case scenario, right? You are immediately like presented with like, my man, you have lived for like 20 years, right? But just not to brag about it, but it was not like a life, right? You have spent like 30 years of shitting and eating and working on someone. The chicken is so tasty, it would not hurt if I got another one. Part of it. But no, I don't think I do. The Darkness's music is so good, like dun 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 dun. My god. No, seriously, like, yes. Think it over, like, how long are you going to be living on this planet? Every single day of your life will be consisting of the same like routine or the same thought in here. Why am I fucking in here, right? Am I in here to just like continuously consume food like a complete moron and or what? Precisely, right? I'm so tired of reading just fucking. What a motherfucking dog shit world. It's like an entire world. Look at this crap, it's like a television, right? Like a TV series about murders. Well, this individual got murdered because they had too much money on hand. It's just a bunch of like the most fucking childish looking actors, right? But they're not child, they're just a motherfucking moron. Sorry. I do not tolerate the world whatsoever. Like anyone who is like here to work directly on the world, right? Like produce anything that world finds to its interest, right? To the masses of people. It's like motherfucker. I just wish to curl up, like a stupid cat on the bed right now. Listen, not to be like, you know, to brag in here that, oh, I want my entire life to be spent on Wooden Quasars game and essentially just, you know, having fun this every single day and not presenting any useful for the planet. No, this is not what I wish my life to be, but think about life in general, just on a global scale of it, on a global scope of it. Think about it. Why are you waking up? Why are you eating food? Why are you satisfied, happy, and unhappy? Think those things very carefully. This may just be the reason why you are breathing. Think about it very carefully, please. Your life could be no less than just finding something pleasurable in it, right? Satisfying, happy. Like you open up like computer, right? Very basic that we have in here. Computer. The mobile phone. It represents the same. It has an operational system to it, right? You open it up and you get a little bit of happiness, like one way or another, like a game that you're like fond very to come back to. Someone to see on the screen or something to assure that you are living. Without discipline of those small motivator, you would almost quite certainly would be left off as a blob of like, why am I freaking in here? You would be. And not just on the phone's screen or computer one, right? In living world. Tericon Arturia escape the dream and see a deeply anomalous veteran. I have no time to be reading any of this. I'm not going to fucking wait. Fremont, what is he doing in here? Did that lady just contact him? Is there also a child in there? Cecilia. What is this? Are we again like in Zwilling Stormy and Herbst or something like that? I read that event entirely, like line by line, every single one. It was very good. It was the best one probably, right? I think the only one that could rival it is like Newer Light or something like that, right? But also, the one that we've had recently, the event with Calcit and Laurentina, also were pretty darn good, right? Hold on, I was just looking at it, like, not even all that long prior. There. This one. Alright, I think I'm, realistic speak. Oh, I like the sprite of her smiling in there. I kinda wish I got it. This one, right? Realistic speak, if you are an insane individual, you could be getting like every single screenshot, every single line out of this game, like, you know, preserved. If you are just insane enough to spend like, you know, 30-40 minutes on this every single day. On each game. I just feel like to point out yet again, like the amount of story that we are getting in here is kind of indefinite, like virtually, right? You could be spending an indefinite amount of time on either of this game, like every single day, like, without any exception whatsoever. But how much of the story exactly presents something that is new and like making sense and whatnot, right? I like all the variety, and I feel like it's stupid to not point out that, you know, nearly every single game out here like presents for something greater. Get lost. This is the minor border, and those Sangas nobles won't do any further. Won't go any further. You are safe. The Abbey is no more. We go our separate ways. 10 years ago, you came to my abbey and protected my plate from those nobles without a word. Now you are leaving without a word. You preach your teachings, I protected the kids in exchange for a new roof over my head. That is all. Don't think too much of yourself. You can't leave, Aurela. I'm not asking. Our destination is the same. We'll go with you to Laterano. And why did I say I was bringing you with me? We've been together for 10 years. It's a long time for a cook old Khan. Maybe I don't trust Laterano that much, but I do trust you. The Lateranship, you of citizenship, and you've cursed the city many times over when I sang the hymn. But look at yourself, after all this year in Bolivar, you still won't take off the Gun Knight's armor. Even though you've fallen, lost the ability to wield a patient firearm, you somehow got your hands on this black steel gun, which means you never... shut up. The fallen angel suddenly raises her gun, the muzzle almost reaching the Kukulkan's lips. If you trust me, you should remember that I've told you many times over the holy city not so friendly. kind or tolerant as you imagine. Half the people who followed you from the Abbey are not sanctum. There are plenty of places you can go after leaving Bolivar. Perhaps what we follow is not the true Lateran faith, but it is what kept a modicum of order in our lives amidst the chaos of Bolivar. There is no way I can convince the others to go somewhere else. They want to make the pilgrimage. Nor can I convince myself. Lateran is part of us now. After these long years. You gotta be kidding. Think of the Sancta in the Abbey. They've never known Laterano, only the trauma of the fall. Only by returning to the Lateran they will know what happened. Only then will the fear be driven out entirely. Only then can their sickness be cured. Let us work together for a little while longer, Aurela. I'm not going back to Lateran because I miss home. 10 years ago, an old man said something like this to me at another abbey. He was the one who exiled me in the name of Laterano because of some silly mistake. He wanted to hear me repent, hear me pray. He said there was a chance I could go back if I truly sincerely repented for my sins. You refused? I sure did. Something seems to have gone really wrong in the Holy City. I'm going to seize the chance for revenge. Damas. Nella steps forward and presses her face against the cold gun barrel. He won't stop you. We just need a guide, someone who knows the way. Someone like you. The hymns begin to die down, replaced by the sound of children crying out. Aurela lets out a laugh and puts away her gun. What these two are doing here? The Shrine of Nature smears its cold on the surrounding buildings, opening numerous portals through which strange creatures with halos emerge one by one, falling to the ground. Did those things get the blessing of Laterano too? It was not just the baby arbor beast. Seal Slimers. Sways uncertainly. Claps excitedly. They crawl on the ground, waging heads furiously, still trying to adjust the halos. They bellow in a low rhythmic voice as if joining together in a prayer. That's one ugly chaotic voice of the heart. If everyone in the Holy City is falling in the sort of mass hallucination of an unknown source, does this scene before us means that the boundary between reality and falsehood is being distorted, and the Laterano being invaded by a material threat? This is even more incomprehensible than what we've experienced in the pavilion. One of them has noticed us, Fede. The noise we made seems to have disrupted their ritual. An enlightened creature turns forward towards the Federico and Arturia, perhaps because it missed part of the prayer. It is halo, flashes, and its bloated hide seems to grow light and lithe, approaching the duo at a high speed. Federico raises his gun, but the halo-adorned creature pay no heed, not even stopping its prayer. Fall back, the nature of this creature is yet unknown. We must not be surrounded. I thought you would shoot without hesitation. These creatures are kin, Fede. Are you in violation of the law if you shoot? Is that a joke or simply an ill-timed curiosity? Your pattern firearm is lost and I can neutralize these creatures without discharging mine. We will determine whether they should be considered our kindred, but not now. Oh, I see, Federico, you're just as motivated as ever. Perhaps there's still someone who can answer our questions. Pope Evangelist and 11th. Damas, move. That was funny. That was funny. It was. Was that first part of the story, right? The Matriarch invites Anduin and participate on greater things for the Shrine of Nurture. Exesui is arrested for attempting to sabotage the Nativity. And all the non-sancta are taken away by gun knights after various pretexts. Such a sound, do not fear, child. Matriarch. You too, Nurture, thank you for your work. I simply did what I could. The child is still weak, take him back to his mother, Anduin. I will come and find you. Simon, Matriarch, should I escort you to your apartment? I am fine. The heartbeat continues to echo within me. Not just the mother, I can hear countless hearts resonating so powerful it seemed they could bring down the shrine. The people have begun to link with one another, irrespective of race or background, but some have rejected the future we revealed. The Nativity has come to an end. Our kin that need to stay here, we should prepare for the next stage. Understood, you should retire, I will take care of the rest. So, without further ado, it does says Exesui in here. Is this where we get to see her? Lemuel? When did you come back? Why didn't you tell us? Nice outfit, huh? Including those handcuffs. I wanted to surprise you, well, eh? Scratch his head. What happened, Lemon? It's a long story. I could buy you 2 minutes if you wanted to make a break for it. Sure. Sure, on second thought, maybe next time. Of course, then I'll travel for my sister already. She's right. Did I interrupt our reunion? Very well. You know, take the suspect to the 7th Tribunal on your own, Cardinal Lemoyne. Lemoyne, oh, sir. Or do we need support after all attempted sabotage of the Shrine of Nurture and Summit of Nations is a serious charge? If you are concerned, you are free to come with us or have a gun night keep watch. Don't talk like that. After all, according to your conclavist Cardinale Aedio Amos's testimony, you picked up Lemuel's trail at another scene beforehand. Are you saying I tried to cover up for my sister? Well, not exactly. All the evidence is circumstantial, and there is nothing that proves you did anything wrong. Do you recall our previous conversation in the shrine? I admire your ability to resolve greatly. Lemuel the Silent, but I also know when these virtues of yours are most prominently displayed. Besides, it is natural for us to be cautious when your sister is involved. I hope you understand. No need to worry. Letting Elle run around with I'm so sleepy. I'm sorry if reading in here is like a little bit inconsistent. I apologize sincerely. It's not like I'm falling asleep or any of those, but I just feel like the text is very stuck in here in terms of development. So the names, occasions, and the words are used in this game are certainly not the easier one. No need to worry, letting Elle run around with all these charges against her won't help her. Of course, I'm sure the misunderstanding can be resolved as long as Lemuel cooperate. Oh, one moment, shimmering vigilant legate of Mostimum. What a bitch. Nanny? Please remain here at the Shrine of Nurture. The Curia has a mission for you. A small girl. I love this girl's design so much. I hope that they add her as playable character, right? She looks like she would fit 5 star or something like that. Allegation, right? They took Elle away. For all the effort I took for Magister to get me off the hook. Come on, Vani, isn't there something you can do? Seems like that's the story for this episode. I don't feel like we need to continue too much further, I feel like, but don't bother knocking, Anduin, I have nothing to hide from you. I think he was bleeding on the previous sprite, right? The mother. Sleeping. I brought the child, his feathers are not yet grown in, but he is surprisingly lively. I thought perhaps you might want to pet him again. Thank you, it is comforting to me. This place looks sacred, right? I remember we built it to house the mother when we came to Laterano. It became the first nursery of the shrine. I remember you made this simple yet warm bed together and hung the comfort bells that gave her restful sleep. The room is no longer in use, but I come back from time to time, if only for prayer. This was our starting point, yours and mine. Yep. I sense that he likes this place too. His halo is so bright, I noticed it the moment you brought him here. It is the miracle that you have long believed in. But I don't understand. What brought on the premonitions of the miracle when you first encountered the mother? I had no premonitions, Anduin. I only saw your struggling heart. She was on her last legs, and what she needed was not healing but her last rites. Yet you wanted to save her, and you would not allow the idea to be dispelled by common sense. I believed that this thought which you protected so dearly could create the miracle of life. Life is a wonderful thing, one that can never be measured by the confines of common sense. Anyone would want to save her matriarch. Answer. Anyone would want to save her matriarch. Therefore, anyone can create miracles. Miracles are so because people do not believe in the power of faith. It is the halo that gives Sancta faith, or faith that gives Sancta halo. Have you ever pondered over our law, empathy, and firearms, so well as paradise that we built atop of? Did they all arise from a blessing without a cause, as common sense would indicate? I don't know. The past has its beginnings, so does the future. The Shrine of Nurture, this towering edifice, was not built in a day. It began as a simple, ordinary nursery. Our nursery. It started with the blueprints of such an imposing shrine. No, we merely wished for a safe, comfortable room for that mother. And yet, its frenzied evolution led to what it is. That is how future, where all are saved, can sprout from our faith. Matriarch, I followed you because I had long searched for such a future, and you happened to know the way. But I never thought, nor could comprehend that why you believed that could begin with me. Sorry, why it could begin with me. What I am able to do is ultimately insignificant. Insignificant trifles and grandiose feats are but a hair's breadth from one another. You have labored for so many years over this grueling journey of yours. You should not let such a meaningless difference stay your steps. I will need you to leave the spirits for aside from the caring for mother and child. There are more deeds that you must do. Blah, blah, blah. So guys, I'll start and all. The Paganini, the non-girl. Why are non-servers so freaking hot in these games? Can you explain why is this one so freaking unreasonably hot? I just feel like they always are. Alright guys, I'm being super realistic in here. I might have consumed food, but physically I'm about to fall apart. You cannot stay this late without like any sleep to after exercising as right? And cooking to yourself. And doing all sorts of things and whatnot. I ate the porridge on the table. I'm coughing and some of it went down the wrong pipe. It's alright, sister girl. Revered night, gun night. You came for a tour, didn't you? Did my phone die? It says 21%, but I probably should plug it in. Right. I think I'm not reading out any more of Arknights, as I feel like I've read a segment that I was concerned over. Right? I'll still attempt to read out. Lemuel, Amos, and others. My phone does not recognize camera anymore. Oh, screaming, that means only one thing. It should be freaking restarted. So It has been about 2 hours of reading, I think, right? I'm gonna just click on skip on here, I think. I do like the view of this Archetta girl, but I'm gonna click on this skip story button in here and start doing my daily for this day, right? And when shadows fall, when truth is once out, we won't forget the lessons we learned. Right, I usually check out the story almost always in the Darknesses game. Almost always I check an entirety of the story. It does not take all too much to do so. It takes a literal hour or two if you want to check it out comprehensively. Not freaking skip over everything, you know? What do you mean no Wi-Fi found? You motherfucker. What do you mean off? I didn't even click on it, did I? Perhaps I did. No Wi-Fi found. Nice. Oh, I think I've turned on like a flight mode. How do I turn it off? Like this? Freak me. I guess. Well, let me put my phone down and click on skip this as well, right? The Doctor and Monsters verify the issue plugin Priestess and refuse for suggestion. Priestess witnesses the birth of a true angel prototype from the women of PC. All across there, omens of change begin to appear. Well, so the story of Arknights, it would seem, starts adding a new factor to it, such as the Priestess, right? We won't forget. And then this freaking Cameron goes freaking. We won't forget the lessons we've learned. So EX stage, rest in peace. S stage, into the time. So yeah, we are in here by this current year, and the story of Arknights continues on regardless. As shadows fall, where truth was once had, we won't forget the lessons we've learned. Shadows burn, where truth was into your wind. How much for this event? Usually the text in here says somewhere, right? Wait, this is so small I cannot see. How much it says? Six. I'm certain it says 6. 6 day remaining. I think I will find some time to clear out these EX stages in the next day upcoming one. Or something like that, right? I think it would be fun. I don't think right now, for the time being. I usually clear out all the stuff like immediately though after it like becomes available. I probably should be doing, considering that I have a little bit of energy left. Like, I can sit down here in this state, right? Like, completely fallen on the chair. I feel like this is how I could be clearing this out. Shadows fall, raindrops falls one side. We won't forget.
彼女は見た。
Shadows fall, into your wind. Right, yeah, let's maybe spend our like. How long it usually takes to clear out this EX stages plus like challenge mode? Like 1.5 hours, I think, right? Let's spend our 1.5 hours to do so. Afterwards, it's going to be hitting like 4-hour mark. Right, I think this VOD is going to be stuck. I'm a bit tired listening to this music of the Sarknets, but in general, but I feel like this is a good song, right? I don't need to be like thinking too much in here.
聞いているよ。どうぞ。
ちょっと言いにくいんだけど、私が巻き起こしたトラブルは私にしか収められないんだ。
There's a stupid sleep mechanic to this, right?
少しは真面目にやらないとね。
ここでは何も起きていない。
ビクトリアのバグパイプ、波状棒とともにマイル。
Oh, fuck me.
待機中。
Does it come from that side?
害虫だ。
ベルス・ディオ・ボーレンだ。
まずはこのコートを撃ち落とせるかやってみて。
春風が雨と消す時節ね。
驚きすぎてほうけたか。
キャンディーを急ぐ挨拶するには早いわよ。私の名前を。
まずはこのコートを撃ち落とせるかやってみて。これで静かになってきてる。
Oh my god, what is up with all this like Zerg rush of like StarCraft in here? What is all this flying car mean there?
悪い知らせがある。ああ、残念ね。塵すら残らなかった。
Do they all know that there's like, listen, I'm not a StarCraft player myself, nor do I care about the game one fucking bit, right? But I think everyone knows, right? The Zerg has like one of the strongest aerial unit in the game, right? Those like Broodlord, like kind of that kind of type, right? They essentially like generate like a swarms of like insectoid out of it. Very similar to this Arknexus game, right?
交渉を来るあらに積もる恨みの落ち葉なく吹きずるいろは
ベルス・ディオ・ボーレント
I just recall like watching some of this like StarCraft tournaments and whatnot, right? Like how all it operate in general, just right. And when it comes to the end game of that game, it's always like super funny to witness like 5-6 of this like gigantic like thing is like just absolutely stomping everything and the mob just destroying everything inside. It's always funny to witness that kind of like stalemate and kind of scenario, right? In this like multiplayer game, I guess.
モンスター座標についた
交渉まずはこのコートを撃ち落とせるかやってみて
ハロー一緒よ流れに沿いて行きなさい
Oh my god, there's a lot of enemy in there. Can we shut those skill refresh? Thank you. Oh no, she missed. Oh no, she's shooting for second time in the wrong one. Thank god she's fine. Another one. Oh. Is healing that thing concerns us like charging it? I think only damaging concerns that, right? All the Sarknesses unit looks so epic by this year, like XCI, New Covenant, V-Shadow and whatnot, right? I have pointed it out on social media one time, I believe that all this unit look insane. Yeah, as much as I'm like completely out of energy, I feel like I wish that we can finish this. This may take a hot minute, I'm just saying this. It may just does. Subito no originium. Oh. Otomodachi ga matteru wa yo. That line of V-Shadow is so funny that Otomodachi matteru wa yo. The friends are waiting. Fine, genuinely does sound so
君たちの命は私が守る。
ああこんな
国空は雨がよし。
真っ先に呼ばれなくても給料は真っ先に払ってもらうからね。
遺言の伝達断る。どこを目指す私が食べるんだ。さっさと片付ければ楽に終わる。
リーダーハイボルテージバラージュ。キャンディーはいかが？水が形に沿うように。いい知らせがある。残念ね。塵すら残らなかった。
It's kind of insane you need to wake up in this like summon mechanic, right?
真っ先に呼ばれなくても給料は真っ先に払って。
本当に生命は晴れがよし。国空は雨がよし。
Right, exit just slowly shoot it like pound, 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 pound.
私たちが進むほどにあんたは黙りこくってる。
あんたは黙り
彼女が残した暴走状態のオリジニウムに対して思うところがあるのは知ってるわよ。
思うところは
私はただ不思議なの。
不思議なの。
ここまでやられてんのよ。あいつってそんなに大事なの？
Right. You Shadow, calm your tits. I think I'm going to clear out like 4 stages of this in Deep Out. Like, I'm not doing entirety of this in my life. Not in this state. The next day when I'm like fully awake, the first thing I'm doing is most likely rendering like Genshin or something like that daily. This mode as well, right? Style story, I don't know. Many things to address. Honestly.
天気がいいね。
遺言の伝達断る。さっさと片付ければ
交渉を降るあらに積もる恨みの落ち葉なく吹きずるいろはの赤。
念のためもう一回聞くけど、美しき人の世と地獄のパノラマビューはどっちにしたいんだ？私の名前を
What the fuck?
全てのオリジニウムに刻んでやるわ。目の前に
Why does this thing just go with an exit immediately?
どこで道を間違えた？
There's like 50 million of them, what the hell?
全員規律はしっかり守ってもらう。交渉をまずは このコートを撃ち落とせるかやってみて。
お星様にあんたたちの悲鳴を聞かせてやるわ。ゴスペルロックンロール。悪い知らせだ。大声出してみなさいよドクター。お友達急ぐこと。
お友達待っとるわよ。
驚きすぎてほうけた。
戦場って本当にご無沙汰な言葉よ。君たちの命は私が守る。だがここでは何も起きている。
やはり前線力もまた有効な手段だ。
生命は晴れがよし、虚空は雨がよし。
Oh no, that thing just like... It ran right up the exit like at the speed of light. What the hell?
まだ何人かやれる。ドクターは先に撤退してくれ。
Nothing absolutely fly past like flew by. Holy shit. Screw me. Oh man, it's not that I'm getting sleepy and hearing all those, but I just feel an extreme tiredness just doing anything here at this point.
いい環境だ。聞いているよ。急ぐことはないよ。黄泉への道は混んでいるからね。
念のためもう一回聞くけど、美しき人の世と地獄のパノラマ。大声出してみなさいよドクター。お友達が待ってるわよ。ハイボルテージバラージュ。現状総員3回。
交渉をかくるあらに絞る恨みの落ち葉なく吹き出るイロハの赤。
私に出会ったのが運の尽きだ。
The monster is kind of bad for this stage because you need to wake up for some,
指定の位置に向かう。
so it's inconvenient.
聞いているよ。急ぐことはないよ。黄泉への道は混んでいるからね。
ただこれは何も起きている。指定の位置に向かう。こっちより草が生え、お前たちの命に火種をまいた。マスベルス・ディオ・ボーレント。諦める。いい知らせだ。あんたたちって世界を半分滅ぼしたってのに、まだ私を倒せないなんて無様ね。このまま戦い続けて暴走のオリジニウムを全部爆破して
Alright, the W no.
家に帰ってぐっすり寝てやるん
Oh
だ。
my god.
いいえね。またカズデルを作り直さなきゃ。
I guess I'm out of like it. The only thing I'm doing in here is clicking on this like front stage. I click on this and I stop recording and I'm out of here, that's it. see you all again.